Hello everyone. In this video, you will learn scientific notation. Our objective is to write numbers in scientific notation and vice versa. Let us define scientific notation. It is a shorthand way of writing numbers denoted by a times 10 raised to n, where a is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10, and n is an integer. Ibig sabihin, ang scientific notation ay special way of writing two big or two small numbers. Let us determine which is correctly written in scientific notation. Take note that scientific notation is written in the form a times 10 raised to n, where a is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10, and n is an integer. So, ibig sabihin, ang a ay from 1 to less than 10, basta't hindi dapat lalagpas sa 10. And n is an integer. So, let us try number 1. 5.23 times 10 to the 4th. Is it correctly written in scientific notation? So, ang a natin na 5.23 ay less than 10 at ang exponent niya ay integer 4. So, this is written in scientific notation. Number 2, 23.7 times 10 raised to 6. Ang a, which is 23.7, is greater than 10. So, that means this is not correctly written in scientific notation. Number 3, 6 times 10 raised to 3/4. So, ang a natin, which is 6, ay less than 10, pero ang exponent natin is 3/4, so hindi siya integer. So, ibig sabihin, this is not correctly written in scientific notation. Number 4, 9 times 10 raised to negative 3. Ang 9 ay greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. And ang exponent natin ay negative 3. It's an integer. So that means number 4 is correctly written also. Number 5, 4.005 times 10 raised to 6. Is it correctly written in scientific notation? Very good. So this is correctly written in scientific notation. So that means number 1, number 4, and number 5 are correctly written in scientific notation. Let us find out how to write numbers to scientific notation. Let's have example number 1. Write 92,960,000 in scientific notation. First step, we need to locate the decimal point, then move the decimal point to the left or right until the coefficient a is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. So the number is 92,960,000. So the decimal point is located after the ones digit. Then we will now move the decimal point to the left. So and place it in between 9 and 2. So that the a will be greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. So we have the a, which is 9.296. So this is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. If we will place it here between 2 and 9 kasi magiging siyang 92.96, and 92.96 is greater than 10. Take note that a should be greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. So times 10 The exponent now, to determine the exponent is we need to count the number of places you move the decimal point. So, bilangin natin. So, from here hanggang dito, bilangin natin ilan beses natin siyang minove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 now will be your exponent. And if the number is big, the exponent is positive. If the number is small, the exponent is negative. So, since our number is big, so kailan siya nagiging big number? Pag more than 1. Okay? Kailan po siya magiging small number? If it is less than 1. So, since this is a big number, so ang exponent natin will be positive 7. So let us have example number 2. Express 7,800,000,000 in scientific notation. So first, we will locate the decimal point. So the decimal point is after the ones digit. Then we will move the decimal point to the left and place it between 7 and 8. So that our A will be 7.8 and 7.8 is less than 10. So we now have 7.8 times 10. So to determine our exponent, we will now count the number of places you move the decimal point. So starting from, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the exponent will be 9 and it is positive since the number is big. So the answer now is 7.8 times 10 raised to 9. Let us have example number 3. First step, locate the decimal point, then move the decimal point to the left or right. So we will move the decimal point to the right and place it between 7 and 5. So our A is 7.53. So we know that 7.53 is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. So to determine now the exponent, we will now count the number of places we move the decimal point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, since the number is small, the exponent is negative. So, it will be negative 10. So, the answer is 7.53 times 10 raised to negative 10. Let us now have the vice versa. So, we will write scientific notation to standard form. Let's have the following. So to write scientific notation to standard form, remember that if the exponent is positive, we need to move to the right. But if the exponent is negative, we need to move to the left. Let us have example number 1. 2.35 times 10 to the fifth. So 2.35 times 10 to the fifth, the exponent is positive. So that means we need to move to the right. So move the decimal point to the right, 5 units to the right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then place the decimal point at the end. This time, gagawin natin dito, we will place 0 for the vacant. So, tatlong 0. So, therefore, ang answer natin will be 235,000. So, that is equal to 2.35 times 10 to the 5th is 235,000. This time, let us have example number 2. 3.005 times 10 raised to negative 4. In this case, the exponent is negative, so we need to move to the left. So, write first 3.005 and then move the decimal point to the left. So, 4 units to the left. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place the decimal point. So, this time, you place 0. So, the answer now is 0.0003005. Number 3, 7.3 times 10 raised to negative 2. So, again, the exponent is negative. That means we need to move the decimal point to the left. 2 units to the left. Bakit siya 2 units? Kasi negative 2, 2 po ang exponent natin. So, move the decimal point 2 units to the left. 1, 2, then decimal point. Then we will now add 0. So, the answer is 0.073. Number 4. 6 times 10 raised to 6th. So, the exponent is positive, so we will move to the right, 6 units to the right. So, we have 6, move the decimal point, 6 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, place 0. So, the answer will be 6 million. Okay, you may pause the video and answer the following. So let us now answer number 1. The answer is 2.42305 times 10 raised to positive 2. Correct. Number 2, it will be 5.005 times 10 raised to, correct, 6. Then number 3, your answer is 6.35 times 10 raised to negative 1. So, negative 1 kasi this is a small number. Next, number 4. So, we have 7 times 10 raised to negative 6. Let's have letter B. Write the following in standard form. Number 1, the answer is 3,000. Number 2, the answer is 0.0000576. So, since negative yan, nag-move tayo to the left. Then the last one is 8,750,000. So, thank you for listening.